Hey, welcome back to Hollow Point Defense. This is April 30th, 2023. Well, I just want to talk about the new gun that I acquired. Wasn't going to buy this in the beginning when it was initially released not that long ago. I actually didn't like it. Going by the sales ads from different places, I actually turned my nose up at it. Had no interest in it, didn't even look into it. A friend of mine bought one. I actually got to manipulate it a little bit. Actually liked it. So I started doing a little research online, and I stayed away from a lot of the YouTube stuff, like the factory sponsored people. I didn't even listen to them, didn't even watch them, don't care what they got to say, because I know they're gonna jive this up and make sales. I was looking for average people, kind of like myself and some of you out there, that were reviewing it to give an honest opinion, not a paid opinion. And I'm gonna give you a straight up opinion what I thought of it. If I was to rate this 1 through 5 stars, I'd give it 5 stars. Here's why, but let me tell you what I did to the gun after I bought it. I put the flash jacket on it, the iron sights, the optic, the hand stop, and the quick release sling attachments. I put those on there. You have to put the front one. It does come with one in the back pre on it. But I did like the gun. Shooting it, we ran a little over 150 rounds, maybe 200 at the most. But I did like it. It shot really well. We were doing about 45 yards on the range. I did supported on a tripod to sight this in with a hard zero. And then I did the soft zero by standing there and holding it. The target's behind me, you really can't see it. But in the face on a hard zero, I was able to keep all 9 out of 12 rounds under an inch. And I think that's pretty good. So I could lay a quarter over 9 of the rounds. There were 3 just outside of it. Let me look at it. Probably within an inch or inch and a half of that. There was 3 more. And then on the soft zero, when I'm just standing there freely, a little bit of wind, not much, but a little bit of wind, I was able to keep them, look back again, all within it's about a 5.5 inch scoring ring. Kept them all in there and even put some on top of that quarter size right there. Let me look. So out of 12 rounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rounds are within 4-inch circle, and then all the other 8 are inside of a quarter. So I really like the way the gun shot. I mean, it was real clear, real crisp. The action on it, I really didn't feel that at all. Wasn't all that noisy with this flash jacket. I don't remember who I bought it from. I got them out of Florida, but I'll look that up and put it in the comments. One thing I did notice on a lot of the reviews, everybody said if you put in the 23 rounders, the 2 of them back here, it gets heavy, and it does. If you're walking up to the firing line or pulling it out of your car to do whatever it is you do or going to do, it was a little bit heavy, but once I started shooting it, I never noticed the weight back there. The weight made no difference whatsoever. It ran smooth. It's got the flat face trigger on it. And that thing ran like a dream. I thought about looking to see when Apex was going to make one, but to be honest with this trigger, I wouldn't waste my money. It was really good with this trigger. Smith & Wesson's done their homework on these new flat face triggers. I got them in my metals, the 5-inch and the 4 1/4, and all my others that come with it. I wouldn't trade them out. They're really good. So to let you know about that a little bit, the one thing I did find on the range is this quick disconnect for the sling. I actually had it on the left side like I run my ARs, which is fine until you go to fold it. I don't have it on this one, but it sits right in here and it blocks this kind of like that. I know it's not in there, but it blocks it 1/4 of an inch from latching, so you can't fold it. What I did was moved it to the right side, my right, and put it right here, and I just run the sling under it. Not a big deal. I had somebody tell me that this was on the wrong side, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's where I need it to work. If I put it on the side, I can't fold it. Am I gonna fold the gun? Probably not, but I moved it to the other side, and it worked just fine. I had no issues with it. It's not on the wrong side. It's called adapting to the circumstances. And if you wanna say it's on the wrong side, then obviously you don't know how to adapt to what you're doing. Like driving a car, I know how you're supposed to drive, but sometimes you have to adapt to conditions. And that's all this is just adapting to a condition. Just lays it right there. I did try a single point swing on this one. it don't work, and we all know why. It's so heavy back here. When you go to sling it, it'll just rotate up, and this is literally right here in your nose. So single point sling doesn't work, so I move this up here, and I'll use a 2-point. It has one right back here in the buttstock, but it only connects from the inside. One thing you gotta be careful about is these little things right here that release the mag right here. If that sling touches it and you're looking like down, these will come out really easy. So that's the only thing. Would I run these up here all the time? Probably not, because if these get hit, they'll fall right out. I'll probably run it like I do my AR. They'll be on my waistline or a pocket, something of that nature, to where I can grab it and just keep on going. So this is a nice idea for storage, but when you're out there on the line, I'd probably take these off. I ran them the whole day like that, a couple hours with it. Had a good time with it. Didn't even notice they were back there with the weight, shooting, moving to different targets or reference points. Didn't even notice the weight back there. Shooting, noticed no weight. The blowback on the bolt, I didn't even really notice it. And the way they have, one thing I noticed too, is where the ejection port is that kicks the brass out, perfectly kicks them about 2 o'clock, 2:30. I mean, a nice little pile, about a 3-foot pile. They weren't all over the place. It was pretty consistent on what they did. So I did like the gun. I would recommend the hand stop, because I did see some videos where people were putting their fingers up here on the barrel, and obviously that's going to get hot. So I just put the hand stop there to where my fingers, which they're just perfect, to hit the inside lip that's on there, and then here. So I know exactly where I want my hand every time. Obviously with the sight, the optic, the Vortex Strike Fire 2, they were spot on. Like I said, most of them were in a quarter. But when I went to iron sights, I'm in my mid-50s. I don't see the front post as well. So when I was shooting with just standard sunglasses, couldn't see the front post. It was very blurry, but I could make it out. It was starburst pretty good. And looking back there in the hand, I was keeping them all centered. But they were about a 4-inch circle, 4-inch group. So I was pretty good at 45 yards in my opinion with my eyesight. When I went to my glasses, go back to look at it, I actually pulled those into probably about 2.5, 3 inches. But I did notice I did not like the iron sights per se shooting this, but it worked. It was fun. It was good. I just think the sight radius was maybe a little too small for them. I really don't know. I just didn't care for them, but I'm not an iron sight guy anymore. I like the optics. I keep these on there in case they'll go out. I can keep on going. No big deal. So that's kind of my take of this gun. It's really fun. I had a blast with it. I really didn't want to stop, but it was getting to be about 100 degrees out here in Arizona, so I was pretty much done. But it's a really fun gun. Like I said, fold it. You guys know that. You can put that thing on your seat, the bag, whatever, and motor on. It's a little bit of space. So if you have any questions, please let me know. They did their homework on it. Like I said, the compact mags, the 15 rounders, the 17s, and obviously the 23s, they all work in this gun. So again, I can't stress the fact that them using the compact grip down here was actually a very good idea. Because even with my hands, which are not big or even small, it holds it pretty good right there. So I like that. Oh, the other thing I did do is their mag release was on the, like a handgun side. It was on this side here, my left. I didn't like that because the way I shoot and try to, my thumb's too short to hit it. So I couldn't latch it without actually tucking it and rotating my hand a little bit. I didn't like that. So what I did is, this is the same mag release that's in the metal series. So if you go look at my other videos, show you how to change this. Literally 3 seconds, you got it changed around. If you're slow, 5 seconds. I changed it over to the right side like the ARs are on, and had no problem. So when I'd sit there and one would go empty, I can just hit it, put another one in, and keep on going. The bolt release right here was actually fairly easy to operate. Had a good old time with it. If you're looking at getting one of these guns, I would suggest getting it. It was a fun play gun. I could see myself going out and doing probably 75 to 100 yard steel with it, and multiple targets and just having a ball with it. It was really fun. Like I said, I can't stress it enough. It was a good buy. Is it going to replace my ARs or any of my other pistol carbines? Because I had the Freedom Ordnance 9. No, it's not. I have fun with those too. This was just something I bought because I'm an M&P fan. I love their stuff. That's pretty much all I own outside of one 1911 and a Glock 48. I don't own anything else. I've switched all to M&P. But this is pretty good. If you like it, go out and have fun with it. And right after I get done with this video, I will upload the shooting I did with it from the hard zero and the soft zero. And we'll show you the target and what I was talking about. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments and let me know. I'll put my email in there. I'll even put my phone number if you want to text. I really don't care. Have a good time. Go buy this gun. Right now in Arizona, where was it? Estrella Ordnance. Paul over there had them for $660. So have a good one with it. If you go to grabagun.com, they're $6.99 now, so the prices have fallen about $100 or so to $140. It was really fun. It was a good gun to play with. So have a good time with it. Go out and be safe, shoot safe, train accordingly. Have a good day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.